Hello, hello. I hope you're all excited about our latest edition of Friday Live, People and Places in Central Arkansas. Does your garage spark joy in your life? Good question. If not, let's chat about it. I'm Judy Best, iRealty of Arkansas. I am just here to chat with you about the places garage fill in our lives and the feelings and emotions that it evokes from us. And so let's chat about it for a minute. But I want to know who's listening. So if you're listening in replay, drop in the comments, #replay. But if you're listening now or on replay, I'd like you to answer the following question. Well, it's not really a question. Tell me, if you have no garage, drop that in the comment, no garage. If you park in the garage, type park. If you have parking and storage in your garage, type park and store. And if your garage is full of storage and there's no room for your car, say it's full. And all of those different things spark different feelings inside of us. So none of it's right, none of it's wrong. It's just what it is. So let me tell you about one of my stories about our garage. When we lived in Springfield, Missouri, we lived there for all of my life until I was 40 years old. I was born and raised there. And I literally lived in, we bought a home on Bluff Drive in Springfield, Missouri, me and Roger. And it had a 2-car garage with a remote control in it. We moved in there and we had so much stuff that we filled our garage full of things and we parked in the driveway. We didn't know any better. We thought we have to have all that stuff. So we parked in the driveway. Well, a few years down the road, we decided, hey, it might be nice to park in the garage and not scrape our windows on cold winter mornings, because in Springfield, it gets cold in the winter and you have to scrape your windshields morning and night. If your car sits out on a parking lot all day at work, you're going to be scraping those windows. So we decided it might be nice. So we cleaned out our garage so we could park our cars in there. We were also pastoring a church at that time. And so someone said, I need a place to store stuff for just a short time. Do you have any place? Well, sure. We have a 2-car garage. So we moved all the stuff in and didn't have a place to park again. So then they came and got their stuff out again. And a few weeks later, someone asked the same question. It happened 3 or 4 times. Eric was 10 or 11 when all this was happening. And finally he said, Mom, please don't clean out the garage anymore. He says, every time we clean out the garage, somebody has to move stuff back in. So we literally stopped moving stuff in our garage and we used it for parking. When we moved to Little Rock, though, we immediately started parking in our garage and we got rid of anything that was just stored in the garage. The only things we store now are yard maintenance stuff, our house maintenance stuff, and our Christmas decorations. So I know my daughter-in-law, Amy, is big about Halloween, the same as my mom. Mom's listening. Hi, Mom. They both love Halloween, so they have their Halloween stuff stored there too. So that's the thoughts. Now I'm doing this live today in one of my listings in one of the houses we flipped at our sister company, Best REI. I was going to show you this house and show you that the garage is totally empty, and that's how it comes in a house that you buy. You have an empty garage. However, I'm not going to tell you about it because today this house went under contract. So it's getting its new family, and we'll see what they do with the garage. I'm still doing the live from here, so I hope you enjoy the view, but let's talk some more about the garages. Where else can you store the stuff you store in your garage? So there's a couple options. You can put it in a shed. My parents always had a shed in their backyard. We always had a shed in our backyard. So those are places that you can store it. There's an attic in most homes. store some, but nobody wants to store a bunch of stuff up high that you have to climb up and you have to bring it down a ladder. A walk-in attic is where you go upstairs and you just open a door and you're in the attic, and so you can walk downstairs. That feels safer to me. We've had that a couple times in our lifetime. So that's another option. But let's talk about cleaning it out. I am not, what is this, KonMari, that person about sparking joy. I'm not all about picking up the things you're going to throw away and saying thank you to it and then throwing it away. If you start going through your stuff, if it's broken or you're never going to use it again and it's not worth much, put it in a trash pile and take it out to the curb next time that you're ready to take your trash out. Just be rid of it. There is no reason to store something you're never going to use again. The second list is things that are pretty good, but you're never going to use it again. One of those things for me is my bread maker. Some years back, we all bought bread makers. Okay, say I have one too, if you have a bread maker, because I want to know I'm not all alone in this. We all got bread makers. And I made bread a lot. We loved the warm bread. But fact of the matter is, we don't eat bread for very many meals anymore because it's one of those things that just adds inches to us. And we're trying to eat healthy. So we're not eating that much anymore. So definitely let me know if you have a bread maker. But that's something that needs to go in a box and take into your local, have a garage sale, donate it to Goodwill or some other store company type place. Put it on Facebook and say, who'd like a good working, hardly used, whatever, bread maker? There is somebody that'll take that bread maker off your hands. I bought an Instapot and used it a few times, but I love my crock pot. I just don't love that Instapot. And so somebody on one of my women's groups, probably women influencers, said, does anybody have an Instapot they're not using that they'd like to sell? And I said, oh yes, me. And she bought it for me for about half what I paid for it. But hey, it was better than just donating it and being gone. So, and then the stuff that you have to store there, just find you good ways to store it. There are bike racks to hang your bikes on the wall. There are tool racks and tool shelves where you can store your tools. My parents had racks to store their fishing rods and reels and their tackle boxes. We were a big fishing family when I was a kid. Get everything organized like that. And then pull your car in and park. Now, if you don't have a garage, I understand. That's life sometimes for a while. But if you've got a garage and it's full of stuff, let's fix that and make it where you can pull in. One of the things that is wonderful about having a garage is you pull in, the door closes behind you, and you're safely in your house. Nobody's going to get you as you crawl out, unload your groceries, and you bring in your children or your grandchildren. I call them my littles, my Octavia and Olivia. You get them safely in the house without having to worry that somebody's going to come up on you in a street or in your driveway. So that's just a nice thing, is having your garage and using it for that. And also your car stays semi-cool, semi-warm. It's not as cold or as hot as if it was left out in your driveway. Even if you have if you're living the life of luxury, we lived in the condominiums above 303rd some years ago, and our cars were parked in that parking garage that's right above Copper Grill. You guys have driven by it and you've probably seen it. They're at 303rd on the ramp that goes onto the highway that goes across the river. That was a covered structure. It was closed where people could not get in there other than the residents in the building, but it was a parking garage. So if the wind really started blowing or there was a storm, it blew into the parking garage somewhat. So literally I could be pushing through the wind to get to my car, or trying to avoid getting wet, getting to my car just from the rain blowing into the parking garage. The wind can whip pretty good in those parking garages. So that's just another one of those challenges that, even though if you're living in a condominium, unless it's a closed-in parking garage, you're probably still going to deal a little bit with the elements. So what to do? I've already given you, let's just recap here for a minute. Hashtag replay if you're watching it later. If your garage isn't sparking joy, let's get it cleaned out. Follow some of those steps that I've talked about. Find some new homes for some of the things, and some good storage places for them. I love our garage that we have right now because there's loads of shelves and hooks and things, and so everything is along the outer edges of the garage and in the front. We even have a fridge out there that holds our drinks. It's got it's our beer fridge, it's our soda pop fridge. Sometimes it holds extra meat that we've bought on sale and stuff in the freezer because we don't have room in our inside fridge for extra stuff like that. All of these things are things you can do, but another option is perhaps it's time to scale up. Maybe you've been renting a house that doesn't have a garage, or your first house did not have a garage. Perhaps you only have a carport. If you're ready to scale up to a house with at least a 1-car garage or a 2-car garage, I'd love to help you find that property. If you're ready to scale up from a 2-car garage to a 3-car garage, we definitely did that when we moved into a golfing community because we wanted to have our golf cart in there too. And our teenage son debated us then, Eric, when he was a teenager, that perhaps his car should be in that 3rd slot instead of our golf cart. He lost. That's just to say it happens. But when you have teenagers, or we're that sandwich generation, we've got our kids living with us and we've got our parents or grandparents living with us. Perhaps they have a car that needs to go in the garage too. I can help you with that too. A 3-car garage is sometimes essential. Garages are in all price ranges. So you could have a house that's exactly what you need, price-wise, and with a 2-car garage with a remote. Every house we've sold recently has had a 2-car garage. We've given them 2 remotes, and we're hoping they're pulling their cars in and enjoying them. So are you ready to clean out your garage? Or are you ready maybe to trade up? Let me know if one of those is an option you're wanting to do. Drop a comment, hashtag replay if you're listening to this on replay. Let me know what you're thinking about what we're talking about. So that kind of covers some of the things I had about garages. I hope your garage is sparking joy in your life. I'm really loving our garage. If you'd like to come see it sometime, let me know. So one more thing before we fly out of here is I had a little contest over on my Best Real Estate Investments page. If you haven't liked that yet, go over to Best REI and find that and like that page too, because that's where we talk about the houses we're flipping. Anyway, we flipped this home that we're sitting in, and we had a ribbon cutting here a couple of weeks ago, and I bought some new swag, these glasses. See, it says Best Real Estate Investments on it, that we handed out at that event, and I've handed it out to a few other people. And so I had a contest, and I said, drop, a pouty face if you don't have glasses, and put a picture of you with glasses. And I said I would be giving away a gift card. And if they had posted the picture with glasses, they got a bigger gift card than if they posted the pouty face. But I promised the local people I would get them a pair of these glasses. So you can still get a pair of the glasses by dropping one of those faces in that post. But today, somebody's going to win the gift card. This cool box, let me show you this. See, it says lemonade on it. Oh, I got to get it where it will. It says lemonade on it. It's part of the staging in this house. My friend Fran Lanieri stages all of our homes. So reach out to Fran if you want her to stage your home. Anyway, inside of this is all the comments from that thread, and I'm just going to flip them around. They're all about the same size. And I'm going to pull one out and we're going to announce a winner. Okay, here's the winner. It is Brittany Simon. Let me tell you about Brittany. And Brittany, you win the gift card. Brittany is a mortgage lender at Regions Bank, and she would love to help you with your mortgage needs. Brittany is a good friend of mine, and I just saw her this morning at the Women's Influencer Coffee. And she had won another contest I had where I offered in one of my lives, I offered the glasses I was wearing off my head, and she won that, and I gave her those to this morning when I saw her, and now she wins a gift card. So yay, Brittany, you're the big winner. Hey guys, I'm going to be here every Friday, 2 p.m. with people and places in Central Arkansas. That's what we're talking about, is people and places. If there's something you want to know about or you want to talk about, drop a comment down in the comments and let me know, because I'd like to talk about the things you want to talk about. And this was a quick sub-in live today because I was planning a live with a mortgage lender for this week. So I hope that I'll be able to do that with you for next week. So if you're interested in allaying your concerns, if you're worried about down payments and credit scores and mortgage payments, I want you to hear what one of my mortgage friends has to say. And as you can tell, I have a lot of mortgage friends because Brittany is one of them, Tiffany is one of them, and Terry is one of them, and Carla is one of them. And I could keep naming names, Jacob, lots of mortgage friends. So we'll see you again next week. This is Judy Best with iRealty, 2 p.m. on Fridays, live for you, people and places in Central Arkansas. You guys have a great day.